We discuss, of course, the
Okay.
political dynasty issue further with Professor Julio Tihanki. Dr. Tihanki is also a co-convener of the Anti-Dynasty Network. Professor, welcome back to Storycon, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon,
There you go.
Bok Ed and Ami. Good to be back.
There you go, sir. Sir, okay. The last we heard, target daw nila is June. Gusto raw mapasa ng presidente ang isang anti-dynasty measure. Pero siyempre, alam mo naman, sa huli, magkakatulo talaga yan dun sa number 1, definition. Number 2,
Lahat actually. Lahat.
coverage.
Right.
Lahat actually.
Yes.
But ingay,
Yes.
how do you strike that balance? Kasi di ba, we want it passed. Obviously, we want it passed.
Yes.
But what is possible?
Yeah.
Realistically.
Yes. Oo. Yes, Ed. But the fact that we are where we are right now is already a great achievement, no? Because as we all know, 39 years, no? 39 years nang nakabinbin itong it's not even a suggestion but a command by the Constitution in Article 2, Section 26. No, it's a command, no? The state shall provide opportunities for equal opportunities for public service and ban political dynasties as may be defined by law. Of course, the framers of our Constitution left the definition or the defining to Congress, which is in itself a house of dynasties. No? So, nabinbin tayo ng 39 years, pero of course, the recent confluence of events have forced even the members of the political dynasties, and no less than the president, to really take this provision seriously because of public indignation, protests, and anger. And now, majority of the people are getting it. There's a strong link and strong correlation between political monopoly as characterized by dynasties and corruption. At ang pinakamalaking corruption scandal na nakita natin ay itong flood control infrastructure scandal. So, meron talagang tulak ngayon. So, even members of the political dynasties are trying to come out. So, ngayon, nakikita natin, Ami and Bok Ed, it's no longer a question of whether it will be passed. No? It's now, anong forma? No? Anong klase ba ito? No? So, may dalawa, no? Yung maximum, which is really within the spirit of that constitutional provision. Kasi, ang maximum talaga, there are 4 elements na dapat nating tignan. No? Sino ba? No? The relationship, yung kinship, yung tinatawag nating degrees of consanguinity or affinity. Yung consanguinity, yung magkakamag-anak ayon sa dugo at yung affinity ayon sa pagkakasal, no? Yung by marriage, no? So, yun yung una, no? So, ang maximum ay hanggang 4. Ano ba yung 1 to 4, no? Yung 1 sa first degree, parents and children. Oo, second degree, grandparents and siblings, mga kapatid. Third degree, aunts and uncle, no? And grand-aunts and grand-uncle at mga niece and nephew. Ang fourth degree, pinsan, no? Kasama yung pinsan. So, kung ang gusto natin ay talagang itigil na ang monopolya ng mga dambuhalang political dynasty, itodo natin hanggang fourth degree. Ngayon, may second element yan. Yung second element yan, timing, no? Kasi dati, pinapasa lang yan. Kaso nung nagkaroon ng term limit, nagkaroon ng incentive na sabay-sabay, no? Napabilis, no? Oo. So, ito ba ay sunod-sunod, yung tinatawag na teen dynasty, no? Or sabay-sabay, all at the same time, simultaneous, no? So, isa pa yan ng source ng debate, or both, no? Yung third naman, anong posisyon? National, local, or both, no? Kasi meron din bagong definition na yon ng all dynasty. Meron ka sa national, meron ka pa sa local, no? And then lastly, ito yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. Kaya nagkakaroon ng problema ang mga dinastiya is because of yung cross-constituency. Ibig sabihin, sa provincial level, may gobernador or vice governor, sabay. Tapos sa House, national office yun, may congressman. Tapos sa local, may mayor. lahat pati sa party list pinasok na nila. So cross constituency or cross jurisdiction. So imagine nyo yung scenario na paghawak lahat yan ng isang pamilya, naghahapunan sila, pinag-uusapan nila budget. Tapos may kamag-anak silang may negosyo doon sa probinsya. So talagang conflict of interest at dyan nagbe-breakdown yung accountability. So itong apat na ito, may iba't ibang permutation. No? So masasabi nating may interest na ngayon ang Kongreso ipasa na ito despite the fact na 39 years palaging hindi na ipapasa. Katulad nga na sinabi mo, Bok-Ed, 22 ang nakabimbin na batas ngayon,
24 na, sir.
nakahain na
24.
batas, no? 24 na. 24 na sa House. Sa Senado, 6, no? At mukhang seryoso sila kasi ito lang, no, nung isang araw, umattend na ako ng pangalawang hearing sa political dynasty dito sa House, no? Isa ako sa mga resource persons, no? At naka-attend din ako sa Senado, no? Yung sa Senado, chaired by Senator Risa Hontiveros, no, na mukhang itutulak talaga itong batas na ito. At sa House naman, isang progresibong membro din ng political dynasty ay si Congressman Alonto Adjong, no? So mararamdaman mo, no, at ito yung obserbasyon ko dun sa mga hearing. Dati kasi pag nagbe-briefing ako sa House, binabara ako. Pagtungkol sa dynasty, no? Oo, nababara ako. Ngayon, tahimik sila, no? At very respectful at pinakikinggan. So mukhang pinag-iisipan, no? So ang tanong na lang dito, anong klase, no? Yung watered down ba? Very minimum ba? Or meron mga panukalang batas na talagang punong-puno ng loopholes, no? So,
Yan ang itatanong ko sa inyo, Professor, considering
Yes.
the political realities. At
yes.
simula sa presidente natin hanggang barangay captain, may mga membro ng mga
Yes.
dynasty dyan. Ano yung nakikita nyo na pinaka-compromise siguro na mapapasa at pwedeng i-implement?
Yeah. Of course, politics is the art of the possible, no? And the key to politics really is negotiation and compromise. Now, of course, civil society and the reformed constituency will push for the maximum, which is fourth degree, simultaneous and successive both national and local, and of course, plugging the loophole with the party list. No? So talagang yan, we stand on those principles. No? But of course, dun sa degree, no? Previously, well, yung fourth degree kasi, sabi ni Justice Carpio, even the Constitution recognizes that. Kasi sa Constitution natin, ang presidente bawal mag-appoint ng kamag-anak niya up to the fourth degree.
To the fourth.
Oo, tapos yung mga
Saka
statute
anti-graft laws, di ba?
Anti-graft laws,
up to the fourth degree.
yes, yung Code of Ethics for public
Yes.
officials, marami, no? Yung local government code, statutory laws, allowed na yung fourth degree. Ang sagot naman ng iba dyan, it's of course the possibility, no? Kasi ang house natin ngayon, 76% are from political dynasty. Ang Senate natin, 83%, di ba? Puro magkakapatid sila doon, no? And then yung district seats natin is already 81%, at yung even the party list, 51% are occupied by dynasty. So talaga yung reality, the political reality, wala tayong ilusyon na easily ili-let go ng mga dynasty yung kapangyarihan nila, no? So hahanapan nila ng paraan para hindi ganun katindi ang tama sa kanila. Pero nare-realize din nila na galit na ang taong bayan, no? Hanggang saan nila pwedeng i-dribble to, no? So napakahalaga ngayon na magmasid at makialam ang lahat, no? Lahat ng sektor ng lipunan. Talagang tutukan tong isyong to kasi this is a very rare window of opportunity in which even the dynasties, even the elites are open to reforms, no? And consistent public pressure and of course lobbying would help. Ngayon, itong mga consultation na ito, of course, ano yan, no? Double-edged yan, Ami, di ba? Kasi, syempre, punta kang Cavite. Cavite, alam naman
Puro
natin
dynasty
pugad
rin
ng mga dynasty yan, no? Oo. So, at the same time, yung Senate Senate hearing, ang unang ginawa nila sa Pasig. Sa Pasig, napakaiba dahil nga yung convener ng aming grupo, isa sa mga co-convener ay si Mayor Vico
Vico Soto.
Soto, no? Isang
Vico
membro ng
Soto.
Dynasty na nagtutulak ng
Yes.
anti-dynasty. And Pasig City Council did something very unique, no? They passed a resolution urging Congress to finally pass the anti-dynasty law. Even members of the local dynasties in Pasig were very supportive, no? So makikita mo rin naman dito yung leadership by example. Kung yung mayor mo reform-oriented, pati yung konseho reform-oriented. So they push for this. And sana tularan sila ng ibang mga LGUs, no? Pero yun nga, ang tanong dito sa mga consultation na to, which is always part of any legislation, of course, kailangan, lalo na kung ganito kabigat na batas, kailangan dinigin ang taong bayan. Nga, ang tanong, Ed and Ami, kung ito ba'y truly deliberative or just legitimizing kung ano yung gusto nila. So again, public participation is important dito.
Pero sir, I don't think naman anybody's laboring under the illusion that we're going to get the ideal.
Of course.
I don't think anybody's
Of course.
laboring under that illusion. But so my question is this: what is acceptable, or what form would be acceptable and passable? Ibig sabihin may papasa ng Kongreso, or maybe it's the other way around. What form is passable that will still be acceptable?
Yeah.
That can be enforced.
Of course, at the very minimum, of course, yung enforceability. Kasi even the COMELEC chair, maraming technicalities talaga. Kasi hindi yan end all and be all. Hindi mo naman pag sinabing pinasa mo itong anti-dynasty, na-solve mo na lahat ng problema sa Pilipinas. Hindi, no? Kasi meron yan mga conflicting provisions sa ibang batas. Like for example, Omnibus Election Code, no? Tapos yung ibang mga Supreme Court decision of what constitutes a candidate, no? 'Di ba? Malaking problema yan. Tapos halimbawa, kung hanggang 4th degree, sabi ni Congressman Egay Erice, edi mauubos ang oras ng COMELEC kakatrace ng genealogy ng relationship. No? So magiging commission on genealogy na yan. No? But then again, sabi rin ni Justice Carpio naman, hindi yan burden ng COMELEC or hindi yan burden ng nagpapatakbo ng eleksyon, kundi burden niya ng mga kandidato mismo, yung mga dynasties. No? So kung ako nga, sinabi ko, 39 years na namang namayagpag yung mga dynasty, hayaan natin sila naman ang problema. No? So kung ano man yung issue to, sila dapat ang humarap. And according to Justice Carpio, itong mga issues na technicality to, pwede naman i-cure ito dun sa batas na ibabalangkas at ipapasa ng Kongreso. No? So ang minimum, well, of course, ang minimum number para sa mga dynasty at sa iba na very practical naman is up to the 2nd degree. No? Pero kailangan sabay yung simultaneous at successive. Kasi pag pinaghiwalay mo, para kay ka pa nagpasa ng anti-dynasty bill, di ba? Tapos, national and local. Yung ibang panukala, para maging simple, hayaan na lang yung dynasty hanggang 2. Bahala sila kung isang national, isang local, 2 local, no? Hayaan mo sila ang problema among themselves, no? So maraming pwedeng compromise, negotiation, but it really depends, no, how open members of Congress will be to a workable and realistic, no, anti-dynasty. Ang sa akin personally, maipasa lang ito dahil I don't think we can wait another 39 years or 40 years to pass this very important law, because this is an anti-political monopoly law. And political monopoly has been the root cause of clientelism, corruption, and all of this mess we are in.
Yung sa direct succession,
Yes.
Professor, may mga nagsasabi, baka daw ma-issuehan niya na class discrimination sa pagtakbo, sa pagtakbo. Magiging issue nga ba yun?
Isa sa mga natalakay sa committee hearing namin the other day with the constitutional and legal luminaries, no? The fact that it is already part of the state principles, no, sa Article 2, ibig sabihin it is a unique circumstance sa hindi yan tungkol sa qualification of a candidate, no? right of a candidate, but this is an outright disqualification, no? So
Yeah.
it's unique, no? Pero utos yan ng Constitution. So nasa Constitution yan, and in fact mataas, nasa Article 2, no, Declaration of State Principles yan. So pwedeng ilaban, sabi ni Justice Carpio at nila Justice Ascuna, no? And of course there are several jurisprudence naman that even the right to run or even the right to vote is not absolute, di ba? Kaya nga ang COMELEC may mga patakaran at may mga polisiya na nagre-regulate sa pagkandidato ng mga gustong tumakbo sa halalan.
Pero kapag ganyan, kailangan ng separate legislation for the COMELEC? O pwede na siyang embodied dun sa anti-dynasty law?
Yeah, ilalagay doon. And in fact, isa sa mga request ni Chairman George Garcia is make it definitive, no? Yung
Specific,
do not
oo.
very specific, and do not leave room for COMELEC to interpret kasi diyan tayo magkakaproblema. Pag malabo, tapos syempre interpret ng COMELEC, may magrereklamo, dadali na naman sa Korte Suprema magdi-decide, di ba? So magiging judicial legislation na naman 'yan.
Sir, let me be the devil's advocate for a while. Is it possible that in our bid to finally get an anti-dynasty law passed, we could end up with a bill so diluted that that in the long term it will be more harmful than helpful in the electoral process?
Oo.
Masabi lang na complied na yung
Of
constitutional
course.
mandate.
Yes. Mabuti na tanong niya yan kasi ina-anticipate naman ng reform constituency yan. No? And, alam naman natin ang mga galaw din ito, mga ito. No? So, may plan B. No? And what is plan B? No? Pag hindi maganda yung lumabas sa Kongreso, at in-announce na rin to ni Justice Carpio, at nag-meeting na, pupulong-pulong na, lahat ng nagtutulak na anti-dynasty bill, no? Hindi lang ang Anti-Dynasty Network kundi lahat, no? Pati sila Isang Bayan, nila Justice Carpio, pati sila Attorney Alex Lacson na original na nagtulak dati ng Anti-Dynasty Law. Lahat yan nag-usap at even key sectors of Philippine society are now meeting up, business sector, youth, students, and even members of the church, no, are now meeting. Pag hindi maganda at maayos itong dynasty bill na ipapasa ng Kongreso, ididiretso natin sa People's Initiative. At tayo na mismo ang magtutulak ng talagang anti-dynasty law through People's Initiative.
People's Initiative.
Parang
pwede ba yon? Kasi charter change yun, di ba?
No.
Meron din
Pwede yun.
meron din sa bills, di ba?
Through
Pwede.
People's
Kasi
Initiative.
nasa People's Initiative dahil nasa Article 2, Section 26 nga as may be defined by law. Ano ba yung People's Initiative? Di ba? The people can endorse, no, a bill into law through a PI, a People's Initiative process. Nadadaan din sa referendum eventually. Di ba? So, kung hindi kaya ng mga dynasties magpasa ng tunay, no, at epektibo at talagang workable na anti-dynasty bill, taong bayan ang magtutulak.
But sir, can you run us through that People's Initiative process again? How does that work? Kasi before we used to talk about it only with the constitutional...
No. Charter change is different, no? Iba yun, no? Pwede ka rin nagtulak ng charter change, no? Kasi kung gusto mong magpasa ng referendum through People's Initiative para magkaroon ng charter change. So, pero ito, hindi charter change ang pinag-uusapan. Very specific to pass a law that will give substance to Article 2, Section 26 of the Philippine Constitution. And there, of course, yung details ng ilang percentage, there are certain percentage per district, no? Per province and national na kailangan mapuno yung signature campaign, no? This has been tried several times in the past. If you will remember, 2013 and even 2016. No, Ami, it's not charter change. It's
yung People's Initiative para saan?
Para sa anti-dynasty, nagkaroon din ng ganitong klase. Very specific and not charter change. Meron din dati charter change yung panahon ni FBR,
panahon ni
GMA. panahon ni
Tama.
GMA, panahon ni FBR, iba yon, no? As sinasabi ko, nag-attempt na rin yung grupo nila Attorney Alex Lacson, no? At
Lacson.
saka yung grupo nila Dick Penson. Dati dalawang grupo yan nagtulak ng People's Initiative for anti-dynasty, no? So hindi yung charter change, no? So let's disabuse kasi baka mamaya gamitin yan against the People's Initiative campaign for anti-dynasty,
Oo
no?
nga.
So hindi, no? Very specific. Yung batas, no, yung alternative anti-dynasty law ang ipapaikot at yun ang magiging basihan for collecting certain percentage of signature at the district level, at the local level, provincial, tapos yung national. And it will be verified by COMELEC. Pag yan ay na-verify na, diretso na yan, magiging parte ng isang referendum, no? At kung pumasa yan sa referendum, the people themselves will vote, no? Whether itong anti-dynasty bill through People's Initiative will become a law, no? So yun ang magiging plan B.
Sir, let me see if I remember this correctly. Parang
Yes.
somebody has to initiate a
Yes.
signature campaign in
Yes.
for a certain percentage in each congressional district.
Right, correct.
For one measure, one proposal,
Yes,
one
yes,
bill, you
yes,
might as well call it a
yes.
bill.
Yes.
Na I don't remember how many percent per district
Yeah.
dapat may so many
Parang 2%
percent ka
ba
napipirma.
yata? 2% per district, no?
And
Ganun
then the
na.
COMELEC has to verify that each
Yes.
district got
Yes.
so many percent, maybe 2% nga.
Yes.
If that is verified to be true nga, mga sabihin
Legit.
natin,
True.
250 or 260 districts
Yeah.
all over the country have
Yes.
2% thereabouts na pumirma, then it will be put to a referendum,
Yeah.
a
Yes.
general referendum of all
Yes.
the voters.
Yes, yes.
And its majority
Oo.
wins. Tama ba?
Yes, of
Or
course.
is it majority wins or-
Plurality. Kung
Plurality.
marami,
Plurality.
kung manalo yung boto, kung makuha lahat yung boto, then
Kasi yes or no lang naman.
Yes,
So kung
yes,
ano
no,
lamang,
then
kung
automatically
yes or no.
it becomes a law, right? Yeah.
Medyo siya, no? Masalimuot siya.
Masalimot
No?
nga.
Yeah. Not necessarily, no,
Experience
but
natin with mga pirma-pirma, medyo
oh, right. Yeah,
Hindi
yeah.
maganda.
Pero hindi nga, because of the experience with the previous attempts, yung sa PIRMA, tsaka yung sa charter change, tsaka yung previous attempts din sa anti-dynasty,
pinaka-latest. Yeah.
alam na, 'di ba? Alam na 'di ba? Alam na paano ang diskarte, no? And I think it's workable this time around, no? So, yeah, that's the alternative, 'di ba? Kasi pag wala, 'di ba? We'll have to wait another 40 years
Okay.
for a genuine
Sir,
reform.
let me turn the question around. Kanina kasi what's acceptable and possible eh. What is unacceptable?
Well, unacceptable. Halimbawa, yung kunwari, fourth degree, pero pwede naman tumakbo sa different levels of government, di ba?
That sounds like the BOGD
Yun na nga.
formula.
Yung clustering yun, clustering.
Oo. Parang hindi mo binan, no? Nilegitimize mo lang yung dynasty, no? Kasi, unang tingin ko, fourth degree, wow! Galing. Kaso, pag binasa mo,
May cluster.
national,
Yun, clustering.
district,
Provincial.
local, and municipal. Kasi hindi pa kasama yung ban on party list, no? So, lahat pwede. Ngayon, kung bibilangin mo, there are around 12 elective position, national, local, no? Dun sa bill na yun, pag yun ang naging batas, yung pamilya pwede pa rin tumakbo sa 12 positions, no? At manalo, di ba? Di may dynasty pa rin, di ba? So,
Iba-iba lang ang cluster nila.
iba-iba lang yung cluster, no? Kasi ang mangyayari doon, walang ban on simultaneous na vertical, no?
Ah.
Di ba? Di ba?
Kaya
Horizontal
naman from
lang.
20 to 12, di ba improvement yun?
Ay, naku.
Good luck sa atin, Professor.
Pinagmamalaki pa nila. Nagpapapicture pa sila lahat dun eh.
Hindi, pero mukha namang alam naman nila na medyo malakas ang resistance ng mga tao dun sa version na yun.
What about yung petition sa Supreme Court? Hindi pa resolved yun eh.
Hindi pa. Isa pa yun, no?
Asking the Supreme Court to compel
Okay.
Congress
Okay. So
to
that's
implement.
the third scenario would be, kasi there are 4 petitions right now
Yes.
in the Supreme Court. No, one is by Isang Bayan, the other one is by Kapatiran Party, and the third one is by the UP law professors. No, and then a fourth one also by Attorney Alex Lacson. No, now the Supreme Court has consolidated all of these petition, and they're just deliberating. No, so baka mamaya waging Muten Academic, biglang maglabas na naman ng Supreme Court ng decision,
Yeah.
and similar to the impeachment and similar to even the party
Judicial
list, no?
legislation.
Party list, no? Sila na ang magdi-define kung ano
Yeah.
ang dynasty, no? And then pag yun, back to square one tayo, kailangan maglabas talaga ng batas ang Kongreso.
Pwede
Okay.
bang i-define ng Supreme Court yun? Dahil
Pwede.
ayaw gawin ng Kongreso eh.
Pwede,
Up
pero
to the 4th degree. Bawal
Yeah.
ang direct
Yeah.
succession. Pwede ba
Pero
yung minimum
pre-
lang?
may previous decision na kasi sila na hindi pwedeng pakialaman ng Supreme Court because of the separation of power. Ang kapangyarihan ng
Bakit yung
mag-legislate.
impeachment, sir?
Pero ang sabi nga nila Justice Carpio, command yan ng mandato yan from the Constitution, and after 39 years it's already grave abuse of discretion, no? So yun yung petition ngayon ng Sambayan na kailangan ng kumilos ang Supreme Court, no, para
To correct
sabihan
the
ang
abuse.
yung abuse of discretion na 39 years na hindi wala pa rin kayong nilalabas.
Okay. Okay. Sir,
Okay.
we were out of time, but we'd like to say thank
Yes.
you to political scientist Dr. Julio Tihanki for talking to us and giving us
Thank you.
his wisdom, and especially in political issues. Maraming salamat for joining us this
Thank
afternoon,
you.
Professor
Thank you.
July
Thank you,
Tihanki.
Professor.